Hello, mate.
Sorry, mate. You should call.
No worries. Jim, you are live. Is that all right?
Yeah, of course.
Good. Jim,
what, are we live now?
We are live right now, mate.
Oh, are we? No swearing then, boys, huh?
How are you? Okay? You at a game or something?
I'm all good, mate. Sorry I couldn't pick up. I don't get a reception in the house, boys, so I've got to struggle.
Oh, right. What's that, too many bedrooms?
Yeah, all good, mate.
Good. Jim, listen, it's great you've come on the radio, mate, and so you can obviously just tell us a little bit about obviously your managerial thing, but just let everyone know sort of how you got at Leatherhead and what your philosophy is on football, because I know we had a good chat over at Christmas.
Yeah. How did I get at Leatherhead? It's a bit of a weird one, really. I retired 4 or 5 years ago, 30, and then the latter stages of that, the last year, I'd say 18 months, I've really missed the football. And I was just making some phone calls. I've always had, in the back of my mind, I've always thought I'd get back into football, but didn't really know where. And then I've always had strong opinions on the game, and I always felt like I could manage, even when I played. I was speaking to Tony Berman, who you know quite well, Keith. I was speaking to Tony, and literally 3 weeks, before the Leatherhead gig come up, he went, there might be a gig around the corner. And I was like, okay. And then it happened as quick as that. Richard Brady, the chairman, phoned me. And away you go. That's how the Leatherhead gig come up. There was a few more bits around that, but that was the base of it, really.
So when you went there, they were struggling, weren't they?
25 games in, roughly, and loving it still.
Yeah. When you went there, Jim, they were struggling. What have you done to turn them around?
Not so much. I don't feel I've turned around. Basically, I've got a whole new team, and I think I've got 4 or 5 players that were originally there. It's quite difficult for me, Keith, because I didn't know the standard that well. I always kept around. I know you've been around it a bit, and people I speak to been around it, but I didn't know it that well. So it took me a little bit of time to see. I give every lad there enough time, as much time as I could, to show me what they had, and took other people's eyes and ears, really, and they've been helping me out player-wise, but turn them around as such, obviously, it's just football, I suppose, in general. It's been so up and down. It took us 5, 6 games to really get going, then we went on a nice little run, and then we've got through a little bit of an injury crisis, really. Where I thought Joe Alwyn, who got injured, he's been fantastic. Then Adam Cash gets injured the game after. I've had Jerry, who's been there a long time. He's got a fair whack. So, it's like we get a few injuries with big players like that. It does tend to cripple you. But, as I said, it's totally a different team to when I first went in. And, the way I see football is I want players that can defend and play, I'm asking a lot, but I've really chose carefully. It doesn't seem like I took my time, but I've watched games in abundance. I've just been football, because I've just dived in at the deep end, really,
How did the lads take it when you first walked on the training pitch, Jim, obviously with your football background and obviously your personality as well?
Yeah, that was the first thing I wanted to get over to I'm not sure how, the football world would really see me now. I sort of went into down a comedy way, and TV, if you want. I went on a jungle, I've done bits and pieces, which I wanted to do, to be fair. I sort of fell away from football. I finished, as I said, injured. So I sort of football was the last thing I wanted to do, and I just wanted to enjoy myself and go and see what else was out there. And then I went down that sort of road, and that was the first question I had to answer, really. And I had to tell the boys, look, I'm here for a career. I want to make a career as I did my football career. I want to make a career start as a manager, and it's starting here, boys. That was literally all I told them. That was my first crack. No matter what you've seen, please respect me and others around whoever I bring in, because I'm serious. I sort of would have achieved in football if I wasn't serious. So that is the main thing I had to get over. Probably outsiders looking in probably thought, hang on, it's going to be a bit of a scream and a bit of a laugh down there, Jim. But no, probably totally other way, to be honest, Keith.
Hi, Jim, it's Glenn here.
How are you, mate?
Hello, mate. Yeah, good, thanks. Listen, I read an article, actually, was it in 442, about you going into Leatherhead and that, and obviously you went from non-league up to the top. Do you reckon that stands you in good stead, obviously, for your managerial career now?
without a shadow of a doubt, I feel, and I always talk on this, I feel if I would have gone into what I know now, I know it's only, 5-6 months, what I know now, I would have got eaten up, I feel, if I'd have gone into league football full time. So I felt it was a nice step. I haven't done I've done little bits of coaching, but badge-wise, I'm just doing my B&A licence in the summer. So I felt it was perfect for me to cut my teeth, if you want, Richard Brady chairman been absolutely fantastic for me. So I had to get that right match, I had to be, I looked at it, Leverhead took a gamble on me, really. They've given me, and he's been fantastic at me. He's been, without him, I would have been absolutely lost. So, the chairman had to be right, the club had to be right, and they had to be willing to give someone like me an opportunity, which they have been. So I thank them, and to start at Leverhead, as to answer your question, perfect start for me.
We've obviously, when you went in, how have you found the standard?
Better than what I thought. I may have underestimated it a tad. I know football's got condensed in general, look at the FA Cup, perfect example. It's just over the last 20 years from when I signed pro, it's just been ridiculous, A lot of foreign boys coming over, it's world elite now, top level. The conference now is probably like the old third division. It's just got compressed. Even some of the players we play against, I just look at them sometimes, and some of the players I look and I go, how's he not a pro? How's he not? With the ability I had, I look at them and I go, a lot of them have got it,
Yeah.
Maybe short somewhere else, but it's just got condensed. Played against Canby Island the weekend, struggling in our league, second from bottom, whatever. Should have been 3-0 up against us at half time. You just think, it's no easy game. Everyone's on it, everyone's professional. Playing against Havant, Waterloos, Leafs, Dulwiches, it's like, they're proper outfits, I remember playing the Ryman League, and it's like little dumpy fat left back or back centre.
I want that fat.
They're all 6'2", absolute athletes. You're thinking, hang on, there's no weakling here. What's happened here? So that's how it's got, which is fantastic for the game in football, but not good for me right now because it's difficult. Every game you turn up to is a fight,
Is that the exciting part of it though, Jim, that you've seen how good these youngsters and some of the players are there, and what you can do with them, like with your experience and your work rate?
Yeah, I speak to you quite a bit about it. I see football, I know it's difficult on the pitch, but what I'm asking is very simple. I'm more, I'm not asking my wingers really to go past people. I'm asking, I like to pass the ball, but I asked a lot from my defenders as well, so I see it different to a lot of people that I've been around. I know I always have done. So, but talking player individuals, if you're talking about individuals, mate, I've seen the players in this league, as I just said, and you come away from the game and think, wow. But what I have seen is inconsistency from them, and I feel that's why they haven't really cracked on full-time clubs. Is they'd be great one game, and the next 2-3 games they're not so great, and they have to find a league again to produce another game like that. That's why I think the best are the very best, because of consistency,
What are you looking? Well, obviously, in your managerial career now, are you looking to sort of push right on and get into the league? So everything you do, obviously, you want to do to win and be the best. I've known you for a while, and you've always achieved everything you want to do.
Yeah, I'm hungry. Yeah, I want. How I see it now, it's just, I want to manage as high as I possibly can. Whenever that time comes, if I can progress, I'll progress. But at the minute, learning here at Leverhead, which is a great learning. The amount I've learned here in the last 4 months has been absolutely fantastic for me. Probably the amount of questions I had for Brave chairman was like 6. Now from the next chairman, if I ever get a gig, it's 106. That's how much I've learned. It's like, wow, it isn't just about football managing on the pitch. There's a lot more to it. Budgets, this and that, training facilities. I've got a little black book I carry around, Keith. It's full of them. But it's been such a great learning curve. And I've always been ambitious. And do I want to manage at the top? If you used to ask me, I want to manage in the Premier League. That's just my honest, strong will, if you want, of what I believe in. I've always been a believer, ain't I? And if you cut it halfway, happy days.
Yeah. just on a lighter note, Jim, and you can be
yeah,
honest.
it's gone a bit serious, isn't it?
We don't have many serious conversations, me and you, do we?
It's what I mean, though, Keith. Sorry, it's like, whenever I talk footy, it's like the serious head comes on. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you what,
I can't really. I go into serious sound mode.
Well, do you remember the conversation we had at Christmas in your pub with Tony?
Yeah.
You know, and the three of us, and when we let you speak, and it was most probably the only time, you know, we can't shut you up normally, but you actually wouldn't stop talking about football and your passion, your love come over it, and you was bang serious, and both of us just stood there and we stood back and went, wow, you know, he's in this for real, you know, he's proper, you know, we didn't expect it to be like it, but you know, you like a laugh and a joke and whatever, but your passion come through so much, it was, you know, it was good to see.
Yeah, it's in you, Keith, isn't it? You know, and I suppose being out for these 4 or 5 years, it's more hemmed up than me more than anything now, you know, it's just waiting to come out. And I just can't wait to get on training pitches, you know, that's what I love. Obviously the game's fantastic, but, you know, what really drives me mad is I get 2 hours with these, you know, hopefully we can do 2 days a week depending on games, but I get 2 hours or an hour and a half of an evening, once a week, it just ain't enough, you know? Yeah. I'm like, I want more, and I know non-league, that's tough, but that's one thing you know, really gets to me. You know, I know I can make, especially the way I want to play, I can make a real difference if I just had that bit more time with them, you know?
Yeah. And
I know like, they feel that as well, obviously with jobs and the way clubs are run at non-league level, it's just not possible, but look, that's one thing. That's my little glitch, do you know what I mean? That's the only one glitch. People say, yeah, but you'll get frustrated with the players. Nah, not at all. I don't get frustrated. It isn't that, you know? It's just how much can I affect it, you know?
On that, Jim, it's David, by the way. We've had a question for you from Andrew Mortlock, and I suppose it's a question you probably get asked numerous occasions. But he's put it, Jimmy, if Leatherhead team had a poor first half, would you keep them on the pitch and do a team talk at half time?
I've been asked that all the time. I'll tell you what, I lost my nut at half time the weekend. Oh wow! I didn't even go in the dressing room the first 10 minutes. Couldn't look at them straight. But yeah, I've been asked that a few times from the kids. You know, repeat the old Man City thing. But
one of the things,
that was a good time. That was.
One of the things I noticed when you came down here, Jimmy, you came down to Harlow, and was the amount of time that you gave up yourself. You know, when fans were asking you for autographs and stuff, and you said to me, you know, I'll be back out in a couple of minutes, and then sort of came back out and done all the autographs and all the rest of it for them. I mean, is that something you find a little bit difficult as such with trying to, in the way, cliche?
No, listen, I was with him when he came out the jungle, the amount of pictures he had done.
But in that, what I mean by that is he's trying to manage the side at the same time when all that sort of, the eyes are sort of on you because of who you are.
Yeah. So what was you asked? Sorry, mate, you've lost the plot here. You broke up a little bit. But what are you asked?
So basically, if the situation is with yourself being Jimmy Bullard, and people say Jimmy Bullard's coming with Leatherhead today, do you find that difficult where the spotlight maybe from the fans and stuff is on you because of who you are the first time you go to those grounds?
No, I've been asked that question a few times as well. I don't really, you know, I've never... I know what I've achieved, don't get me wrong, I'm not silly, which is fantastic for me. And when fans are about, given the time of day, you know, that's what I sort of built myself on as well. And I've obviously come, you know, from painting and decorating art, I've come up from the non-league background, and, you know, everything I like to do in football, I've sort of done it the hard way, if you want to call it that. You know, I grinded myself to a halt right towards the end of my career. But yeah, the fancy, no, that's just what it is. I suppose I don't see it as much now. But I just see, I really don't know how to answer it, really. I suppose it is who it is. If someone is there for a picture and autograph, especially if their kids are given time of day without a shadow of a doubt, and if they're screaming your name, I just still see it as a little bit of a buzz, to be honest. It's nice. It's what life's about. It's achieving. Yeah, look, the first hour I will answer it, actually, is when they stop asking, that's when I worry. That's when they're not really worried about you. But it's nice to be wanted, isn't it? It's nice to be, you know, put up there, Jim, can we have a photo? I just take it with open arms, really. And
Jim, has any of your old managers rung you up and said, "How's it going?" or "Now you know what it's like"? Or
I spoke to Barry Fry. I've got a podcast myself, so what is that? A podcast, is it? But I've got a podcast. I had Barry Fry on. Spoke to him. Phil Brand. Who else did I have? I'm trying to think. Paul Jaw spoke to him a little bit. So I'm always asking questions, but. Where I'm at, what I've quickly learned is player recruiting is massive, and speaking to what's around me, like yourselves, all the way up to Conference South if you want conference clubs. Dealing with what's around you is the key, I feel, and that's sort of what Tony Burns of the world has been around it. And I drive him absolutely bonkers, don't he? He must think, what has happened here? Because literally every week, players, have you heard about him? What about him? What about this? What about that? Training sessions, facilities, I'm on him like an hole in the egg. He's got to delete the number. But that's what I try to do, just talk to managers around me who know about it, and because it is a learning curve, and the non-league circuit's a little bit different to the pro game. But and the old managers, I'll keep in touch with and ask some questions, but it's really what I'm in now is non-league circuit, and I've found out as much as I possibly could around that, if you know what I'm saying.
How have you found the refs, mate?
The refs? I'll leave off. Seriously. Honestly, I've stopped it all now, haven't I? First dozen games, my head come off. I got sent off after 4 games. Right, this is. Then Brazers pulled me and he put me in line. He said, "Jim, you can't be going." I said, "Chairman, look, that won't happen again, I promise you. I'll give it the hands up." But how bad are they, boys?
I know.
Seriously. Like, do we get fined for slaughtering the refs like in the Premier League, or couldn't you just go full blast?
Jim, listen, I'll just go full blast, mate.
Well, I'm going to go full blast then.
Good.
I had one the other day, I swear on my life, the back four are squeezing up. They're on the halfway line. Guess where he is?
Good.
18-yard box.
He's playing them on.
On my life, I'm like, wow, look how deep he is. He's like, he couldn't move and he couldn't breathe. I felt sorry for him. I couldn't leave a bit on him because he would have died. And then we had the other one. Who was he playing against the other one? He was playing against Kingston and Tommy Williams. It's funny. Yeah, he jumped around like a lunatic. I was crying.
Tom's a good one.
And he's well alright. And I've looked over and he's screaming at the ref, and I just went, "Ain't you used to it by now? How long have you been in the game?" And he's like, "For years he's been in the game." I was like, "You can't be having a go." They're like so bad, some of them, aren't they? Not all of them, but some of them are horrendous. But then I'm thinking, hang on, is it me? Because I'm in managing and you want to win that bit more. And, is it me? Am I seeing it in different lights? I'm a bit calm on the bench. But then everyone's saying me, "Nah, Jim, they're bad." I'm like, right, okay, they're shocking. So,
I had to ask.
I probably shouldn't say that though, should I?
I'll say it every week, mate.
They're going to give me nothing against Tunbridge tomorrow.
Is that what you got? You're at Tunbridge?
Got Tunbridge tomorrow, mate, yeah.
Down there, yeah?
Yeah.
A tough game, tough game.
So hang on, you haven't even introduced yourself properly. Who am I talking to then? Obviously Keith, who's the others?
Well, you've got Glenn Poole, you just said.
Yeah.
Matty Longhurst is here.
Yeah.
And obviously we've got David Square, who's the host of the show.
Good, is it? Yeah. If it weren't so far, fellas, I would have popped down.
You're welcome anytime.
Jim, I did ask you on Saturday night if you remember.
Yeah, I know. It weren't. Yeah.
David got a kettle for Jim.
You went. Where is it? I went, Harlow. You went, drop me out.
What sort of fee do you pay?
Oh, Jim, it's massive. That's what do you think I'm here?
I bet it is. That's why you're there, Keith.
Yeah, that's it.
It's brilliant.
The kettle will come out for Jim, though, wouldn't it?
I will pop in and have a crack. What is it then? Just phone managers up and ask them.
People ring in.
We've had the likes of Martin Tyler's been on, Matt Letizier's been on, and Tony.
Matt Letizier,
yeah. They've all been around. They've all been on, especially Martin Tyler. I mean, Martin Tyler's probably one of the guys that's been on. He's been 3 or 4 times now.
Nice.
Well, so, but he's been fantastic. Yeah.
Nice. It's great. You took the time out, mate. To have a
now, what else are we talking? Come 5 minutes.
You got 5 minutes.
I've got a question. I don't know whether
Glenn's got a question
I've
for you,
got
Jim.
one for you, Jim. I don't know whether this you've been asked before. Obviously, you're well renowned for being a character. How would Jimmy Bullard, the manager, manage Jimmy Bullard, the player?
That's a good question, actually. I ask that of myself quite a bit. No, I do.
It's subbing.
No, I would at times, but I was quite. I tell you what, I was opinionated. So, you know, it's a difficult one to answer, obviously. But I would, in ways, I would like a player like me, but in other ways, I wouldn't, because you know, on the pitch, I sort of played my own game, if you want. You know, and I used to drive managers absolutely mad. Like if you ask Paul Gill, who's in the best, I'll say Jim done really well to me, but in other ways he would say, what a nightmare to manage, because I was that opinionated. So I'd probably struggle managing myself, to be honest. Because I'm quite, you know, I want the boys to express themselves, but I've got rules and regs in that, and if they aren't doing what I ask in that, I'm like, boys, like, it's just like not happening. Like, I'm just like, nah. I could be ruthless side, and that's one thing that I bought. I just think sometimes, I even mentioned to the boys, like sometimes I just, you know, them rules and regs that I've got, please don't take my kindness for weakness, you know, because, you know, I've got rules and regs there and I want to keep by them, so, yeah, I can be strict.
I played in the game over at Thurrock the other month, the West Ham old boys, and I thought you was actually having a laugh on the pitch, genuinely digging people out. I was a bit, you know what I mean?
No, yeah, but
I've seen him play Vex the other year and he's exactly the same.
But yeah, the
boy. I was playing Vex the other week with all my mates. I'm slaughtering them. My best mate actually stopped turning up. You know him, Keith, Mitchell Crawley.
Yeah, I know Mitch, yeah.
You're out of order. You're an horrible shot on the pitch. Well, do your job then. Otherwise, don't bother turning up. It's football. Brilliant.
But that's the passion you got, mate, and that's what you need. So.
I know. It's in you, isn't it? As I said, it's like, it's in you and you can't get rid of it sometimes. I always say to myself, I turn up and say when I try come to be calm today, the whistle goes, you're like red rag or a ball. It's just like, oh, why are you going in here again? Like, why are you arguing with people? Because it's just in you, can't help it.
I'll tell you what, Jim, I've got another question for you. With obviously your personality and the way you are, and you're the manager, the team bonding is massive. Do you sort of lead that way for getting the lads to go out, or do you just let one of the players do it and try and take a backward step?
Yeah, I'm a big mix-up in that, so I like that. I've always liked players running their own dressing room. I've always, you know, I want men in the change room, not boys, and I know that's hard to come by sometimes. But yeah, I'm all, especially on the non-league circuit. One of my first words as well, I want to try and run it as close to a pro club as possible, but you sort of get lapovers in non-league where it's quite difficult sometimes. You know where I'm coming from when I say that? It's like, boys are still working, so what level do you take it to with training, this and that? But yeah, I love the boys to go out bond. Bonding's a whole, you know, any team you're in, bonding is huge. I nearly said bondage. But bonding's massive, and, you know, that's what I bring. You know, I played for some great clubs that had a huge bond. You know, Wigan, for example, we come up from like first division. So that's what I know. You know, that's one thing I can take as a manager on board from my playing days is that, you know, and that's what I think. The game's slightly changed as well. You know, it has slightly changed. Yeah. You know, so you know, there's a close mark with that. I want the boys to bond as much as possible, but at the end of the day, it's how much they really want to do it, Keith, you know? Yeah. I'm a big believer of that. It's how much they want to do it. I'm not one to, you know, say you've got to do this, you've got to do that. But, you know, if it's there to be said and I feel like they're taking liberties and not really bonding, you know, we'll put on some bonding sessions or do whatever you've got to do, get them out and, yeah, do that, definitely.
Just going back to your team, what you got, 15, 14 games left? What's your target, Jim?
16. Target's staying in the league. Simple.
Is that it now? Yeah, because I was saying to the lad before you come on when we was trying to ring you the 10 times, they went like, is he looking over his shoulder at the bottom? And I said, no, he's not that sort of person. If I'm honest, you're very positive. I said he'll be thinking he can win all 16 games. And you know,
I think you know, I'm a realist also, so I'm a confident person. Yeah, I'm not a massive, huge league watcher. I know we're on 33 points. I can't tell you what bottom of the league's on, put it in a nutshell, but what I do know is it's tight, and I know we've got to back our ideas up. You know, we haven't won 6 games, that's what I can tell you, so I know I'll win, you know, soon needs to come to build some confidence around the boys, and that's what it's about, you know. But yeah, I'm not one to really lead watch. I'm about performing. Tunbridge is all I know about. We've got game weekend off next week, trying to sort of friendly out to get boys up to it, and that's where I'm at. That's all I need to look at, you know. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, that's all I'm really on. But Tuesday and Main Hub tomorrow, I'm not really a massive Saturday league watcher, you know. It's just about affecting in the moment.
Yeah.
Especially the way it's been at the minute. I've had so many injuries, Keith. I can't really, you know, how much of a squad do you really have in non-league? Like 16, 17, 18 boys at the minute. You know, they're all in the act together, and it's literally, I'm trying to tell them, boys, the 18th man, you can literally play next game. So be ready. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, and the way it's been, it has been like that. So I think sometimes they look at you and go, really? I ain't played with like last 8 young like, boys, seriously. To be ready, perform, and away you go. It can happen that quick, which I've had in the team.
Jimmy, it's been fantastic having you on tonight, mate. The time has run away with us. And so hopefully
No
we get
problem.
you in the studio very soon. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
Well, you don't have to invoice, boys. What's the score?
Just come and see me in the pub, mate. I'll sort something out.
All right, Kiwi boy.
No,
I've enjoyed
you
it.
too, sir.
Call me anytime, yeah?
Yeah, we'll do, mate.
catch you
Thanks,
soon,
mate.
All the best, Jim.
See
you later,
Good
mate.
weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, mate.
As we said, the time has run away with us, and I hope you all enjoyed that chat with Jim.
And he played for the call.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get him in the studio one day and have a longer chat with him as well. But I hope you've enjoyed the show tonight. Massive thank you to Matt, to Glenn, to Keith. Next week we've got the boys from Romford in with us. We've also got Carl Bates will be with us on the telephone as well. Keith unfortunately won't be with us next week. He's got a game in the County Cup next week.
Yeah, we're away to Dover next week, quarter-final of the Cup. So
me and Glenn will see you next week with the boys from Romford, including Chindu McKenzie, who will be in the studio, so we can actually ask Chindu about all the offers he's had and why he didn't want to go and join Keith.
Yeah, so we're not in.
But we'll see you all next week. Hopefully you've enjoyed the show. Don't forget to tell everybody about the show being here, and as I say, we'll be back same time next week on Facebook Live 7 till 9. Of course, the show will go out on podcast on iTunes and also Audio Boom. Just search for Ryman Roundup Show. Keep yourself safe. Hopefully you get the points that you want at the weekend and of course midweek as well. And me and Glenn, we'll see you here same time, same place next week. Good night.